Like, okay, so you wanted to go kill yourself, but you took 6 people out.
Yeah.
Right. That
in
part.
the process.
Right.
So why, like that?
Senseless as fuck.
No, selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish as fuck.
Senseless
Like,
and
that's why
selfish.
I don't have no sympathy. I don't have no empathy for that person.
Speaking of that, man, in all seriousness, the violence and shooting has gone up, and obviously we had in the news. It's kind of hard not to talk about the situation, the mass shooting. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did it happen in Nashville? No.
I'm glad you got it right this time.
Did I get it right? It was Nashville.
I was worried.
He's like our Joe Biden. Like, just get through the sentence.
Just get
Please, just get through the sentence and get off stage.
But nah, you know, in all serious matters, though, like this one luckily was caught on tape. I say luckily, right? That shouldn't have been. That should. Let me rephrase that. You know, before with previous shootings, you know, the one that was in Texas, you know, with kids as well, right, in a school,
right?
You don't really get to see what that person is thinking while they're going through there. And this one, I could see the ill intent and militia in her face, her/he. I'm sorry if I'm mistaking it. I don't want to get it incorrect, right?
Do you?
That she was doing when she was peeking through each room. She was clearing the rooms.
Bro, fuck that. They ain't got to be respectful. They dead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm
that.
you know, shit.
He, she, them.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But my question is why?
Oh,
though?
yeah, you killed
know
three.
what I mean?
You killed 3 kids and 3 elders. Fuck you.
Right.
I'll call you whatever the fuck I want to call you.
Right.
Why
Fuck
though?
that.
Why now? Why is it like, you know, why does it have to continue to be schools where you're preying on a defenseless?
Because they're gun-free zones.
And
No one's gonna stop you. No one's gonna stop you.
Elementary kid, that's
No one.
like, okay, you want to shoot
Easy.
up a church, but you shooting elementary kids. Like, I'm so pro kids. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so pro kids. Like, that hurt me. But
Yeah, the one we talked about in Texas, like that one was one that was, because obviously elementary school,
right. Them kids is so innocent.
Man,
Right.
and then you see this, and you got 3 kids. They were all 9-year-olds, 3 9-year-olds, and you had 3 60-year-olds. I think one was 61.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
It hurts,
crazy.
I'm. It's almost like the person don't even matter to me anymore at this point, you know. And obviously there's a video out about it, but apparently the shooter went to the school. This was a Covenant church.
That.
This was a Presbyterian.
Or he was still in his feelings.
Just to be on the record, this was a woman transgender, so they were
A male. Identified as a male.
so they transitioned as a male.
Yeah.
So
like she added a penis, like transition. How does that work?
you don't have to today.
You can be whatever you want to be, and I'll support you in whatever journey you want to go on. Like,
Right,
I'm all
right.
for
100%.
your pursuit of happiness. You know what I mean? But shit like this, like, I'm not for that. Like, I don't know what message you're trying to send or what you're trying to agenda you got going, but it ain't the right way to do it. That ain't the way. I'm so nonviolent. You know what I mean? I'm so nonviolent, and like, to take a life, to take kids' life, like, I can't wrap my head around that. Like, fuck what you got going on in the real world. That ain't worth it. You know what I mean? You can't give me like
It wasn't their fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely
they
wasn't
didn't do
their
nothing
fault.
to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Man,
The
that's what I'm saying.
janitor,
Like, your
he's trying to
feelings
clean.
and what you got going on. Right. He got a family, I'm sure, and he just trying to make a way for his kid. Like, man, you so selfish. You so selfish. You ain't making no cause. You ain't no martyr for no cause. You ain't changing shit. That ain't the way you change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Change things the right way. Why don't you be a good person and you want to be a transgender or whatever? You know what I mean?
Because it
Whatever
won't
you
get
wanna
no
be.
clout. Because it won't get no clout.
Yeah, that's what they say. They
Won't
say the
get no
good guy
clout.
finishes last, but I am the good guy. You know what I mean? And in the long run,
they
the
ain't
good
gonna
guy
get it.
finishes first.
Allegedly, she just wanted to commit suicide. That's what it was.
Then go kill your. No,
She
let me
wrote a
stop.
letter.
Don't say that. Let me
She
not
wrote
say
a letter
that.
to her best friend. I don't know if you guys seen it.
I
But
didn't.
Yeah.
She wrote a letter to her best friend who was black. Was a black girl.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she confessed to her, telling her that she wanted to kill herself.
But she really wasn't her best friend, but you could tell.
So
Wh-
you
wh-
went-
when she was talking, it was like, she was kind of like, well, I mean, we knew her. You know, I was
why-
like,
why
damn.
take people
Well,
out
that was
with
her
you?
best friend, but it's like, okay, so you wanted to go kill yourself, but you took 6 people out.
Yeah.
Right, that
In the
part.
process.
Right.
So why, like that?
Senseless as fuck.
No, selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish as fuck. Like,
Senseless and
that's why
selfish.
I don't have no sympathy. I don't have no empathy for that person, and I don't care what they identify as being, whether they
Don't matter.
you know, transgender.
Don't
whether
matter.
To me, that part is
Leave your
irrelevant.
political
Right.
shit out.
Literally
It's
irrelevant.
irrelevant to
Leave
me.
the political
you
shit
took
out.
Leave the
you took
political shit
6
out.
people's lives
Yeah.
that didn't deserve to leave this planet. like one of the teachers actually tried to go after her. That's why they ended up getting killed.
Wow.
Because they were trying to stop the situation. I do want to open up this conversation for a bigger topic, just because right before this had happened, I seen a video. This was about maybe, I don't know, a month ago. Mm-hmm. And I seen a demonstration of basically an exercise in which they can, have a room, like a panic room for school type situation. Like, would that help? You know what I mean?
It would have in this situation, because you heard her firing shots through the glass. You heard her breaking in. Lights were already going off before she attempted anything. So, you know what? If they were paying attention to it,
so here's my thing.
This would be very beneficial.
Check this out. What he just talked about right now, do you realize that happened because of other school shootings? Somebody took it upon themselves to say, look, maybe this whole left-right paradigm is bullshit, and maybe we need to prepare ourselves in case something like this actually fucking happens in our school. And that's what you saw happen. Because I know we talk about 6 people that lost their lives. It's so sad. It could have been.
It could have been way more.
Could have been way more. Could have been more. They actually had the precautions, because I actually thought it was funny initially, because she came in shooting and she goes, where's everybody at? Mm-hmm. Like, it was like, yeah, bitch, they waiting for you. They waiting for somebody like you. And it's crazy, because I hope from this scenario that we just saw happen that we have better precautions. We can come up with better ideas to stop situations like this. Stop having these schools be gun-free zones and having maybe 1 or 2 teachers armed in those areas so they're scared.
That's still a tough one to pass, because it's very dangerous to saying that you have someone armed watching your kids. But I will say this.
When you go to Golden One, when you go to Banks, when you go to anywhere, you have someone armed. Why not our children who we love?
I feel you there. I will say this. They handled the situation a lot better than they did in Texas. I was able to see the officers go in there.
Absolutely.
Oh, you could tell they remember
pushed.
Texas.
Oh, they for sure pushed. There was a guy saying, no, get out there, move.
Get
push,
in there now.
Clear,
he was like, now.
Clear, go, move, left. Like, I felt like at least they handled the situation a lot better.
Yeah.
Every step, bro, every step they were taking, I felt like I felt like I was there. Like, I'm about to save some kid right now. Like, I felt that way, bro. When I was watching the video, I was like, dude, yes, go. That's what's up. Those are true heroes. Like, they literally did their job 100%. Like,
that 28-year-old from Nashville driving up in the parking lot here.
All right, here we go. We got shots fired. She's blasting the glass. And
here's when Rob was talking earlier about the door pull. This is when the classrooms will pull that door.
This is the moment right here. Casually.
She don't know what to do.
Am I supposed to say he?
He don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do.
There, the shooter.
Wait, they's plural though, isn't it?
Fuck them.
Look, tactically. What are you being tactically ready for? For who? For what? Ain't nobody else in there with a gun. She on real life modern fucking warfare. What is it? Warfare? I can't
Modern
say.
warfare, Call of Duty, for real.
You heard me stuttering over there? Modern warfare.
Modern welfare. Walmart camo. Both y'all. Shit.
Oh wait, this is a tactical. Oh, this is
Listen,
They
listen.
did their job right here for sure.
Yeah, they was on it.
These frantic moments captured by body-worn cameras. Police releasing the footage from the Nashville school shooting today.
Kids are all locked down, but we have 2 kids that we don't know where they are.
Okay.
Okay?
In less than 3 minutes.
Let's go. I need 3. One more.
Some not even taking the time to put on ballistic helmets. As officers sprint past student artwork.
that was her taking shots. She was shooting at somebody.
There they are.
You can hear shots echo through the hallways.
Right.
There, he's got her.
No, wait. It's right here. He's about to hit her.
And then
Boom, boom, boom. She got him.
Down. Don't move.
it's all over.
Keep your hands away from the gun!
The shooter, 28-year-old Aubrey Hale, killed by police.
Yeah, this is a different situation
Absolutely.
than pulling somebody over for a traffic stop. Like,
Absolutely.
This is an active shooter. This is the one. This is the
justified.
Ain't nobody gonna question you pulling the trigger on this one.
Right.
So you can let them things rip.
There seemed to be plenty of time for a protective bunker Which I mean, I'm not trying to lobby for the schools to get bunkers over a football field, right? But at the same time, like I feel like the bunker
kid safety,
right?
I'm all with kid safety.
No,
if they want to put in the school bunker instead of a football field or locker room, I'll be all for that because I'm with the school safety.
So my only thing is that she wrote a manifesto where basically in that manifesto she talked about going to another location where she would have did a shooting there, but she couldn't because of higher security, meaning that there were people there with guns. She went to a gun-free zone instead of that area. So I would say,
but I thought she went to this school.
She did.
To the other one?
No, she went to this one.
Yeah, she went to this one. She didn't go to the other one because of the fact that the people there were armed.
No. She went to this school.
Like she attended the school
when she was young. When
she
they
was
were
young.
young.
He got a political agenda. He got a political agenda.
Right. So what I'm talking about is the fact that she literally had two choices. She could have went to this school, the school she went to, or she could have went to another school, but people were armed at that school. So she didn't go there.
I'm going to push back on that part.
Mm-hmm.
This was a motive for her or they to, whatever that may be, against their old institution of education.
Right.
If I'm that person and I'm putting myself in that perspective and I want to make a statement, I don't think I'm going to go to the place I didn't go to. I think I'm going to go to the place I did.
She stated that there was a security issue in that manifesto. That's the reason why. So that tells you one thing and one thing only, is that she was scared to go to that place because of that fact. That if this place would have had the same thing, she might have, I don't know if she would have done it or not, but it would have made her think twice.
Go around the horn on the thing. So do you think that there should be, you stated earlier, we got security who got guns, who, patrol
Safeways.
parking lots.
Safeways.
No, fuck a Safeway.
Yeah.
A parking lot.
Parking lot.
Why wouldn't we want to guard our kids?
Right.
So what is the I guess you would say the main issue with having firearms around students?
So we talk about funding in schools. But the second thing about funding in schools outside of that is you might not have, let's say, for instance, instead of having like outside security, which you should have, let's say, for instance, well, you don't have the funding for it. Well, maybe let's have some of our staff have armed. Some of the staff might not want to do that because guns are scary for some of them. They might not want to, be staffed with the guns. So maybe 1 to 2 staff. Ultimately, though, those people that want to commit that crime will know that there's at least 1 or 2 people staffed with a gun. That's going to deter them already, because in our security job, deterrence is the number one thing, right?
But I think that why don't they just hire outside security, period?
Like, this is what I say, because if you're going to, I'm all for it. I'm all for it to protect our kids. I'm all for that. But hire armed, trained security. I'm against the teachers. Let's give a teacher a gun.
Yeah, because they might not be, like you said, the hesitancy.
They'll be scared.
They might not want to do it, and they may not know how to use the gun.
Not only that, they might have, like, I shouldn't even say it. But
you're gonna say they
might pull the gun off, you know what I mean, too prematurely, just because they don't like the kid or something.
I know you don't like Whitten. You can't read word for shit,
right?
Nigga.
Read the sentence. No, I'm playing that. I don't want to joke about it. But I'm all for the trained security guard to be in the front of the school, inside the school. I'm all armed, trained security. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But
vices.
Yeah, but I say the outside sources, they can afford it. If they paying for other stuff, they can afford it. That's how I look at it.
Facts, yeah. They can.
Oh, you didn't get vices right?
No, I got vices right, but fuck that. Anyways, we had security. We had a K9 dog. I don't remember him having a firearm.
I don't know if he did either.
That I don't remember.
But his name was Josh. That was my boy. He was dope.
Let me take it a step further with you real quick, Matt. This is your school, and you're there. You got your kids in the gym. What do? Are there any protocols in place for these types of situations? We have earthquake drills, fire drills.
First of all, ain't no shooter going to the hood.
They're all in the hood. What are you talking about?
These shootings don't happen in the hood.
Okay.
These shootings do not happen in the hood.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not prepared for it. Maybe I need to be. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to have a precaution.
They do though,
because they do. They got drills.
It's
now.
random, but this is the biggest one that's publicized. There's actually 3 other transgenders that actually did a crime just like this.
Obviously, mass shootings. Period. Mm-hmm. It's a male dominated, action. The fact that this is a female, whether transgender or not, being female transition into male, this is a very unique thing for a female to engage in. That's not typical.
Yeah.
My thing is about men, bro. A lot of women don't even understand how much we go through mentally. We do.
Absolutely.
In this society.
Oh yeah.
We go through
it's
so
stressful.
much.
I think we're allowed. I don't know if I'm insensitive, but I think we're allowed to acknowledge that you were born a man. You know what I mean? Because you went through certain things in your childhood or your brain or the way you're chemically brought up, like as a man, and we are a little different. You know what I mean? So if you're a man and you're a boy your whole life and you transition into a woman, like I think we have the right to acknowledge that.
Well, real quick, I think there's a difference.
Does that make sense, or am I insensitive?
I hear you.
I don't know.
I think there's a difference, though. I think there's a difference because as a male, I'm sorry, if you grow up as a male, right? We all grow up as men.
I don't want to be insensitive.
No, you're not at all.
That's fundamental.
Hold on, we grow up as males, right? We're not supposed to cry. We're not supposed to feel bad. We're not supposed to be. We have to be strong. Now you took on what we have to take on as a woman, and you're emotional. Telling you, you don't realize what you're getting yourself into.
I'm not giving her that out.
Oh, I'm not either. I'm not because she got.
Let me be clear.
She got the testosterone.
I'm not giving any out as far as what
absolutely
they ended up wanting to do. That not even going down that road. I'm looking at it from literally a statistical standpoint of the fact is like 99.9% of mass shootings are done by a man.
But what I was talking about and
Caucasian.
Okay, but I was talking about the difference. So when it comes to, I hate bringing this up because to me, ultimately, I don't care transgender, male, female. It's all mental illness. But in this case, right, what we're talking about right now, we're talking about a statistic in the transgender community that 57% of them commit suicide or homicide.
Damn.
That's a statistic that
and what is that for transgender?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Right.
So it's kind of scary. It's like, that's a high number. It's a little bit over 50%.
You know what's interesting about that statistic? It's a huge debate amongst...
Statistic.
Yeah, you say it right.
Statistic.
Can you say it right?
Oh, shit. Statistic.
Hey,
statistic.
If his teacher had a gun, boom.
Right.
So, no, but what you got me talking like Winton. So that whole stat got me fucked up. Is that's in debate right now. Not necessarily the number. Obviously, the number is the number. It is 50%.
Right.
They're committing the suicide. But the issue is the reason why they're committing suicide is because of the trauma and the discrimination that they are getting because they are transitioning. That's what I was gonna say. Or is it because of their mental illness that they believe that they should be transitioning in the first place?
Okay.
That's the debate
that's
going on right now.
Let me tell you just one thing from what you just said. I love that debate because it's just this. Ultimately, take a step back and go, you are not in the body you were supposed to be. Ain't that a fucked up concept? You are in the body you weren't supposed to be, or you at least think that. That is a crazy concept already. Of course it's fucked up. Of course you're going to have some fucked up feelings inside you.
Whether we believe that that's the case or not, the reality is that person is dealing with that inside trauma.
No matter the externals. No matter the externals.
They dealing with the inside trauma. We cannot deny that they're dealing with the inside trauma in itself.
I wanted to add on to this topic.
Here I come.
I'm out.
The proper term for this is called gender dysphoria, is what the doctors would tell your children if they think this, so they can make money off them by selling them hormones and like all this other shit. But
are you gonna get us killed and canceled?
Oh, he talking about big farm now.
Yeah,
but
dysphoria is the mental.
They want the mental illness to make the money. They want the mental. I was talking to you about it.